Happy Monday, everyone. All right, here is your reminder that next Friday is St. Patrick's Day, so get your green ready. You don't want to get pinched. Along with your green beer, you could enjoy maybe some Irish cream bundt cake with it. Jeannie Trader from Cakes for Causes is going to teach us how to make it. Yes. And we were just having good morning. We were having a whole discussion about bundt cake and lighter and denser, and kind of give us just an overview of bundt cake first.
Bundt cake, to me, a bundt cake is a little denser than a regular layer cake.
Okay.
I love it because it's just so easy. You just put it in the pan, and you put it in a nice decorative pan. There's lots of different shapes and patterns that you can get with these bundt pans now. And you just put a glaze over it, and you're done. It's so simple.
So it's simple, and I told you I'm in a weird bundt cake obsession phase of my life. I've been eating them for some reason for the last year, and I can't wait to try this flavor because I've not had this flavor yet.
Oh, and this one is chocolate and coffee and Irish cream. Oh. So, I mean, really, how can you go wrong?
This is perfect.
And not just for St. Patrick's. I mean, that's great any morning.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. Let's do this all year. We're just finding a reason today. So let's show everyone how to make this one.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm going to have you put all the dry ingredients in. I'm just going to do the mixing.
Okay.
So we're going to start with 2 cups of all-purpose flour.
Flour, easy.
And first, so this is going to be mixing all the dry, 1.5 cups of sugar.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're going to add the wet. So we're going to do all the dry first. Okay. It's a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder.
This is the cocoa?
So it's not very much chocolate because you want to make sure the Bailey's or the Irish cream flavor comes through. 3 tablespoons of instant coffee granules.
Oh, wow.
Now that's instant. Not everybody has instant coffee at home. I just went out and got one of these small little boxes that has the little individual packets.
Perfect.
So, you know, for $1.50, you got your coffee covered.
Okay.
It's a 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda.
Baking soda.
And a teaspoon of salt.
Salt, those were easy.
Yep. That's all our dry ingredients. And we're just mixing that to combine. And then it's going to be a cup of melted, unsalted butter.
Unsalted.
2 whole large eggs. And there's our cup. This has got a whole cup of Bailey's in it. Some of the recipes only had like a 1/4 cup. I'm like, no, I want more Bailey's. Want more Bailey's in there. So it's a whole cup of, well, Irish cream. I shouldn't just say Bailey's. It's whatever Irish cream you want. And it's 3/4 cup of sour cream.
Sour cream?
Sour cream's going to give it a nice richness instead of milk. And it's 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract.
Can I tell you, I don't know if it's the Irish cream and the coffee and everything mixed in, it smells already so good.
Right, right. So, and you could do this, of course, with your stand mixer, of course, too. Yeah. But you would mix all that up. You would take your bundt pan and just spray it, or butter it and flour it, prepare it however you want, or use the nonstick spray, which is, you know, perfectly easy. You pour it in the bundt pan. You bake it at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes.
Okay.
And now, I want to say when you take it out, because some people get really anxious and they want to get into it right away.
That's what I was about to say.
Let it sit on your cooling rack. Once you take it out of the oven, let it sit for a good 20 minutes. Okay. Otherwise, it might stick to the pan. It's going to fall apart. So 20 minutes, and then turn it out and put it on a plate. And I glazed it. Now, this is a good recipe because it's got the coffee and the chocolate. You could put a caramel sauce on it. You could put a chocolate sauce on it. I just made a more Bailey's. I made a Bailey's glaze with it.
You're my kind of girl, Jeannie.
Powdered sugar and some more Bailey's. I just sprinkled it with some Irish St. Patrick's Day gold and green and made it St. Patty's. But yeah, so very, very simple.
I love this.
Got the piece there. So,
you know, if I were making this, I'm glad you did wait the 20 minutes, because I would be that person that would flip it and then would not look anything like this.
Right, right.
It would be the, you know, it tastes better than it looks kind of scenario that I always end up with. But this is perfect. And like you said, glaze it with whatever. So
glaze it with whatever, yeah.
And this, like you said, make it anytime. But St. Patrick's Day, this is a great kind of tie-in with the holiday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's like I said, and good for any time. But with the Irish cream, yeah, St. Patty's Day all the way.
It's wonderful. Now, I know we're talking St. Patrick's Day in March, but you guys were so busy in February. You actually did 2 big things in February. You did Make-A-Wish and the Old Fort Lowell event.
Exactly. Old Fort Lowell neighborhood had a mass for the original decedents of the Mexican inhabitants, and so we gave them some southwestern treats with, I made the spicy mole cupcake.
I love those. You brought them here before.
Yeah. And with little peppers on them, and those are the bizcochito cookies. This has a little aniseed in them. It's a very traditional Southwestern recipe. And the Make-A-Wish was little 9-year-old Anthony was going to Disneyland, and he did not know until the reveal with the cake, but he was a big, brave fan,
Yeah.
the movie Brave. So we did a Brave themed cake and put a little Mickey just sitting in the castle door as kind of a reveal. But we did that. We did our ops recently. We just did that. We've always have our monthly kids club.
Yes.
We just had an adult baking class this past weekend where the people learned how the tricks of the trade with box mixes, cake mixes. Lots of things you can do, cookies and cakes. And did you know you can make donuts with a box mix? I didn't even know
Really?
that.
Like you're thinking, no
Just
pun
your
intended,
regular-
but kind of outside of the box. Of
Right.
I know that just
Right,
happened.
exactly, yeah.
Wow.
For people who don't want to do totally scratch baking, so we had that class, so that was good.
Interesting. And I know the next kids club that's coming up at the end of this month, you guys are going to do it Easter themed, right?
Easter theme, yes.
So you guys do, kind of different classes. So the best way to do is to kind of see what you guys are doing and what you're covering.
Right, always check our website, and if you haven't, you can go to our website and sign up for our newsletter, because our monthly newsletter will let you know what's going on too. So yeah, and we just email it. We don't spam anybody. It's just once a month a newsletter comes out, so you know what we've been up to.
And then you can come and do some baking with you guys.
Because April's turning out to be a busy month too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, and we've got, we're going to be participating in the Arizona Share Day.
Oh, Arizona Gives Day.
Gives Day, Arizona
Yes.
Gives Day. Or Share
Yes,
Day.
that will be coming up
Arizona
soon.
Gives Day is coming up soon, and we've got 1,600 treats on the books already for April.
Oh, I'm
and
sure.
we still have requests coming in. So please keep us in mind, because everything we do is donated,
Yep.
so that those other nonprofits don't have to spend their money. So
on Arizona Gives Day, we'll be looking for you guys to do our donation too. And I'll remind them again one more time about the Kids Club, but thank you so much for coming in.
you.
This smells so delicious. The next Kids Club will take place March 30th and will be Easter themed, as we were saying. To learn more, visit cakesforcauses.org or give them a call at 303-7893.